Preeya, this will be a breakfast to die for. It's going to be one of those breakfasts you have, you know, we go out to brunch and in one of those fancy places. You'll love this one. It's going to be delicious, lots of my favourite things. And I've done something in particular that is quite special. I've made labne, and this is yoghurt that's been hung in a muslin cloth, and then I put it in a strainer and hang it over the bowl, put it in the fridge for a couple of days, and you get this yogurt cheese. I'll just cut this off here and just throw that little piece in there. Preeya, if you can move that bowl over there, and I'll tip the labne into this bowl.
Wow.
I just take that muslin off the outside there. Now, if you haven't got muslin, you can use a really clean tea towel or maybe a chucks or something. That's what you that's all you need. And you hang it and you get this lovely, you know, yogurt cheese.
Beautiful.
It's great, isn't it?
Yeah.
Now, if you can chop that thyme and put that in there as well, put some pepper in there, a little pinch of salt, and mix it all around. And once you've done that, I've got a lime, a lemon, and some of this beautiful chilli jam. Put that into the bowl there, probably about half a cup of chilli jam. Mix it all around with the lime and lemon, and that'll be the thing that brings it all together, makes it really special.
I'll be the thing that brings it together.
Yeah,
Perfect.
exactly. Now, I've got a pan here. I've got two pans that are nice and hot. I've got an onion here, and I'll slice this onion nice and thin because I want it to cook fairly quickly and caramelise beautifully with the mushrooms. Now, the pan is on, and I'll add some extra virgin olive oil, which is what you need to make it taste really nice. There's a fair bit in there.
It's quite a bit.
It is. But it's going to be a nice part of the dish. In go the onions. They're starting to sweat off nice and gently. Just a few little bubbles around there. Now, I'm using field mushrooms, or big Swiss brown mushrooms. Open cap mushrooms, they call them. You can do this dish with any mushrooms that you got. Just make sure they're mushrooms that you buy in a store, or if you do hunt for mushrooms, make sure you go with someone who knows what they're doing.
Yes. Can I say as a doctor, this makes me quite anxious and you can get renal failure. So I would say just buy them from a shop.
Exactly. Buy them from a shop or go with an expert. That's probably the most important thing.
Are you an expert, Richo?
I can pick a mushroom from a mile away.
Okay.
I mean, I've been using mushrooms since the dawn of time. Do you remember when dinosaurs used to roam the earth?
Yes, you were here eating mushrooms.
That's how long I've been eating mushrooms for, and I've been hunting mushrooms. Now, the onions are sweating off nicely, and what I like to do at this stage is add some rosemary. Some salt goes into the pan. You can see they're caramelising up beautifully. And a good twist of pepper. I'm using black pepper. Now, that's sizzling up nicely, so I like to add the mushrooms now so that they sizzle up beautifully. And I also like some butter in here. We need to make sure we put some butter in with the mushrooms.
Okay.
Now, I know that you're here, Preeya, and you want to make sure that I don't overdo things, so I'm only ever going to put a little bit of butter in there. See that? I put a little bit in there. And a little bit.
Interesting.
Yeah, but I only ever put a little bit of butter in with the mushrooms. And that will help them become luscious and delicious and flavoursome and buttery.
I love that Richo says a little bit and there's quite a bit in there. That's okay.
Now, I'm going to stand here and stir these for a couple of minutes as the mushrooms slowly soften up. If I can get you to cut the parsley and the spring onions. And I reckon by the time this is done, I'll be ready to pop the eggs in the pan over here, and I'll bring this gorgeous breakfast together. Okay, Preeya, this is how I like to cook a fried egg. A little bit of extra virgin olive oil in the bottom there because we love to fry, but also I put a knob of butter in there, and that helps with the temperature of the oil. So that's just starting to sizzle away a little bit, and I sort of turn that around. You can see it's starting to bubble. So it's not too hot and the perfect temperature. If you can pass me one of those eggs.
I can. Good luck.
Good luck.
Good luck, Richo. Show us your skills. Oh.
Every now and again when I crack an egg, I just smash it all over the bench. So I've got to learn to be nice and gentle when I'm cracking eggs. I like to put a little bit of salt on there and some pepper. And you can tell this is a really fresh egg by this primary white is nice and firm. So I know this is going to be a lovely fresh egg. And I let it cook nice and gently. So while that's cooking, we're going to assemble this dish.
Okay.
Okay, Preeya. Labne with plenty of thyme in it and some pepper. I'll just pop this onto the plate like that. And then I just spread it around and turn it around so we've got this like moat, or this well in the centre. And into that, I'm going to add some of these lovely mushrooms. Look at that, plenty of mushrooms go in there. It's starting to look good, isn't it?
It is. There's a lot of butter, but...
There is a lot of butter.
You know, I could make this dish with perhaps olive oil. I'm thinking.
Well, I've got olive oil in there as well, so...
Or just with olive oil, I'm saying. But yeah, I'm loving the mushrooms, veggies.
It's like it's half your dish and half mine. It's perfect. Now, the egg is cooking beautifully, and I'll just tip it on its side there. You can see it just bubbles away beautifully. And if you want to, with a nice clean spoon, you just lift it up and just grab some of that butter on the side there and pour it on the yolk and the white so it cooks beautifully. Look at that. Now, I like my egg really, really runny, so I'm just going to slide this straight on top.
I love a runny egg, Richo.
And plenty of butter and oil goes in there. And then we're going to drizzle some of this over the top. This is the chili jam that's got some citrus on it.
Moly.
Is that looking good?
Oh, yeah.
All right, some of that
I feel like I'm out at brunch.
Exactly.
This is like when you and I go for brunch.
Exactly.
Yeah.
A fancy, pantsy brunch. That's what it's all about. And, of course, it can't be a fancy, pantsy brunch unless you've got some goat's cheese sprinkled around, ready to go.
You could put wilted spinach up the veggie intake. You could put some cannellini beans at the bottom.
You could do so much.
You could.
Although you could just do nothing and just leave it the way it is.
Could.
You'd pay a fortune for that in a Bondi restaurant.
I do, most weekends. Let's have a look. I'm trying to get some of this beautiful mushroom, Richo, my goodness.
I snuggled a little one on the side there. The chili jam, the mushroom, the labne, a little bit of feta as well.
Wow. That's actually unbelievable. I will give this one to you. We weren't competing this time, so that's okay, but that is brilliant. I would actually put more veggies in there and less butter.
It was what, sorry? It was
brilliant.
Okay, well done.
I knew he was surprised, but that is a winner. I love it.
I would have to agree with you.